Welcome, dear students. In this unit 2, we are discussing the construction, working principle and applications of various compounding equipments and ancillary equipments. In this model, we will be discussing the construction, working principle and application of the ancillary equipment called chilling plant. So in plastic processing, we need this chilling plant. Some process requires the mold to be cooled during processing. So this chilling plant helps to cool the mold, and we shall now discuss the construction, working principle and application of this chilling plant. Normally, the cooling of water may the process water may be cooled by two equipments called as cooling towers and chilling plant. We will see the construction, working principle and application of both cooling towers and chilling plant. First, we shall see the principle of cooling tower. First, we will see the cooling tower. The principle behind this cooling tower this cooling tower is the cooling towers are heat exchangers that intakes hot water from the equipment and expose it to air instantly to lower the water temperature. Some water evaporates during this process. Now we shall discuss the principle behind this cooling tower. Cooling towers are heat exchangers that intake hot water from the equipment and expose it to air, and instantly the temperature of water is lowered. Some water evaporates during this process while the rest of the water cools down, and that is circulated back to the machine. The cooling tower consists of water basin. This is the water basin. And the air inlet. This is air inlet from both sides. And it has air outlet. This is the air outlet through this exhaust fan, and also it has a fill material. The air is passed through this fill material, and finally water outlet, which is circulated to the processing equipments. Now we shall elaborately discuss the working of cooling tower. The cooling tower works is based on maximum water to air and the surface exposure. The pressure nozzle spray the hot water into the film frill. Actually, this is the water from the processing machine is sprayed on this film frill, which slows the water flow downwards. So it slows the water flow and it gives the maximum water surface for an effective water air contact. This makes water cooling fast as it dribbles down the fills. When water dribbles down the fills, the cooling, that is exposure of water to the air increases, so that the water gets cooled. In order to fasten the cooling, electric cooling fan, the fan pulls up the heat of hot water and releases into the atmosphere. Like an exhaust fan, it pulls the hot heat from the hot water and releases it to the atmosphere, thereby making the cooling fast. Subsequently, the water is cooled and it is collected at the base and circulated to the equipment. So most of the cooling tower mechanisms follow the principle of cooling water called evaporative cooling. This system pumps the water to the top water distribution system where it is ejected through spray nozzle. So this is the spray nozzle and it is through this film frill that lay below the sprayers. The water slowly drips. The water slowly dribbles down on the fill and simultaneously hot air from the water. Hot air from the water gets removed by the fan on the top of the tower to operate this, and the water gets cooled and it is circulated to the equipment. Now we shall see the applications of these cooling towers. Cooling towers are generally used to provide chilled water for power generation and mechanical process. In our plastic industries, they give cooled water to the processing equipments like injection molding machines, blow molding, extrusion. Now we shall see the applications of cooling towers. Cooling towers are generally used to provide chilled water for plastic processing equipments like injection molding, and also particularly for vacuum forming, thermoforming, where the cooled mold cooling is required. So in that processing equipments, this cooling towers, they help to give the cold water to the machines. Now we shall discuss the construction, working principle and application of chillers. So basically chillers absorb heat from the coolant which is fully contained within the cooling method. Usually it transfers the heat to the surrounding air in cooling process. First of all, now we shall see the construction of chiller plant. So the chiller consists of a condenser, this is the condenser, and the evaporator. It consists of evaporator and hot air outlet, and a compressor. This is the compressor and the evaporator. This is the evaporator and a pump. And also it consists of a heat exchanger. So it consists of a heat exchanger, pump, compressor, evaporator, condenser and a hot air outlet. So this is the construction of chiller plant. The chiller is like a refrigerator in our home, like we have a fridge in our home. The chiller also works like our refrigerator or AC unit we have. The same principle is applied here also. The refrigeration unit is the most technical part of this. Now we shall see the working of this chiller plant. The chiller work like our refrigerator in our home, like fridge we have in our home. The same principle is applied here also. So the refrigeration circuit is the most technical part of this chiller unit. The refrigeration cycle uses the principles of thermodynamics to efficiently move the heat from one area to another area. So in the case of chillers, heat is taken from the fluid being chilled and transferred to the air. The heat is taken from the fluid and it is transferred to the air. The refrigeration cycle begins with the compressor. We have seen the compressor. The compressor takes low pressure, low temperature refrigerant in the gas form and compress it to high pressure and high temperature gas. This gas is then flow through the refrigeration circuit is the most technical part of the chiller unit. The refrigeration cycle uses the principle of thermodynamics to efficiently move the heat from one area to another area. In this case of chillers, heat is taken from the fluid being chilled and transferred it to the air. So the heat is taken from the fluid, particularly maybe water or the coolant liquid, and it is transferred to the air. The refrigeration cycle begins with the compressor. The compressor takes low pressure, low temperature refrigerant in gas and compress it to high pressure and high temperature gas. This gas is then flows through the coil. It is then flows through the coil in the condenser. While in the condenser, the air or water will flow over the coil and remove heat from the refrigerant. As the refrigerant loses heat, it will begin to condense until all the gas has condensed into liquid. After leaving the condenser, the liquid goes through the expansion valve. The expansion valve restricts the flow of the refrigerant. The evaporator is where the refrigerant starts evaporating back into the gas. So the same principle like refrigerant. So when the refrigerant evaporates, it gets very cold and absorbs lot of heat. It is in the evaporator, the process fluid will interact with the cold refrigerant. So the heat is removed from the fluid and transferred to the refrigerant. The refrigerant will then enter into the compressor and the cycle begins once again. So this is how the chiller works. Now we shall see the difference between the chiller and the cooling tower. Both the chiller and the cooling towers are used to remove heat from the liquid, particularly water, which may be used as a coolant in large appliances such as injection molding machines. Cooling tower removes the heat from the water discharged from the mold. The drained water is returned to the mold to cool it again and the drain to environment. Whereas the cooler absorbs heat from the coolant and that is completely contained in the cooling system. The chiller then transfers the heat to the air around the radiator. Although the chillers and the cooling towers perform similar function, they differ depending on the type and the components used and the type of equipments they cool and operate. Naturally, in cooling tower, the principle of evaporation is used, whereas in chilling plant, the principle of refrigeration, that is thermodynamic cooling takes place in chiller unit. But both the equipments are used to cool the material or used to cool the mold or the process equipments like injection molding, blow molding, etc. So in this model, we discussed elaborately about working principle and applications of cooling tower and the chillers. Also we discussed the difference between cooling towers and the chiller. So this is cooling tower and this is chiller. We can see the difference. So with this we come to the end of this model, and in our next model we will discuss the working principle and application of another ancillary equipment. Thank you.